Hi Aries, welcome to your March 2018 overview reading. This is good for you if you are a sun, moon, or rising Aries. And I would also like to wish those of you who have birthdays coming up a happy birthday. And don't forget that if you sign up for my newsletter, you get a solar year reading at the end of your birthday month. So that is all in the description box below. Okay, and I have some announcements to make for like a giveaway that I'm doing on Instagram and some other good stuff. So make sure you stay tuned if you want to hear the details about the giveaway. And I am doing a different spread today, so I hope that you enjoy it. Go ahead and let me know how you like it in the comment section below. And I do just want to remind everybody that if you're interested in knowing which decks I'm using, they are all listed out in the description box at the very bottom. So I don't always have time to answer which deck is that, which deck is that, which deck is that. But I make sure to list the decks every single time in my videos. So just go ahead and check that out if you're wondering which decks I'm using in this video. Okay, so the first thing coming up for you, Aries, rejoice. Okay, so this is taking time to celebrate, taking time to celebrate the small wins, the victories that you have, the accomplishments that you've made. It's like if you forget to celebrate, then sometimes it can just get too stale, too boring. So make sure you're taking time to, reward yourself. And then we also have embark. So this is setting your sights high, really looking at what's coming next, moving forward, really thinking ahead. So it's like getting started, that initiation period. Okay, and the central energy for Aries in March, we have the 10 of Pentacles. Beautiful. So this is you creating a deep foundation for yourself, for your family, for your home, for your relationship. It's a month of building and creating a foundation. So this is also getting started on looking at what you want long term. The 10 of Pentacles is about legacy. This is what you're leaving behind. And so it looks like you really are in the process of building that and coming into some realization on how you can make that happen for yourself. So this looks really good. That's the central energy. Now, the way this spread works, I'll go through each one of these cards and explain what the position is. So this is your physical body. This is your earth body, what you experience on a, like the body that you can touch and feel. Okay, you have the Hanged Man. Patience and perspective, those are the keywords that are popping up. So what I see this as is what you have going is going to persist. So it's a good time to look at your habits. Take a deep dive in what you're doing with your body every single day. Do you need to quit smoking? Do you need to eat more vegetables? Do you need to get more movement in? Do you sit down for too long? It's a good time to start evaluating that so that you can make positive changes. But the Hanged Man is about consistency. So that's the main theme that's coming up with your physical body. And then we have the 5 of Swords. So being able to recognize what exactly you need to change and then leaving behind all of the stuff that doesn't serve you, especially in the realm of habits. Okay, now this is your astral body, your higher self. This is your connection to divine source, the part of you that dreams, the part of you that receives psychic information. 2 of Cups, okay? So 2 of Shells in this deck, but you can see you have the doves there. So this is having a true connection with self. This is about coming into a space where you have a really intimate experience with your spirituality and with the synchronicities that are falling into place. So the clarifier for this is the Six of Rods. So it's like forward movement, anything that you've been wanting to explore or make happen in terms of your relationship with whatever you work with. So some people like to work with angels, some people like to work with God, the universe, divine source, blah, blah, blah. This is whatever you make it, but it's you making active choices in order to bridge the gap between this is just coincidence and giving it meaning. So it looks like there's too much to ignore. So you see a lot of connection happening. It's kind of like this is the space. This is the type of card you see when it's like you really do see the big picture. So there's a lot that you haven't really been able to see that's been going on behind the scenes, and now everything is coming up and being shown to you. So there's a lot that's being revealed. Okay, this is your emotional body. So we have Eight of Feathers. This is being solution-oriented in the way that you navigate conflict with others. Any conflict in relationships or anything that is emotionally charged, you are taking a new perspective around so that you can move through and move towards a brighter future. Okay, so the conflict is just a symptom of something else. It looks like this is something that you can navigate. And then we also have the 10 of Cups. Okay, so 10 of Summer, that's 10 of Cups. So this could have to do with a conflict revolving around the way that you are building, or obstacles that are kind of revealing themselves as you try to build this foundation. And so that is kind of an attack on the ego. When we see obstacles show up, sometimes we blame divine source. We're like, ugh, you screwed me over. That really sucks. But what this is all saying is that in order to make this happen, there are things that are going on that you can't see, and the solutions that you're getting towards and the obstacles that are presenting themselves are there for a reason, whether it be to push out timing because the timing is really important, or there's something better on the horizon. There's all of these moving pieces, and some of those are going to emerge, but it looks like you're going to be put into a position of problem solving, and it's for the benefit of this 10 of Pentacles. It's for the benefit of this foundation you're building. Now, this is the shadow self, what's lurking underneath the surface. This is also the part of you that's impulsive, the part of you that wants instant gratification, kind of like the id. Okay, we have King of Acorns. Really, really, really watch your impulsivity this month. Because, you know, it's kind of like the wild horse. If you think about that as, like, just imagine a wild horse. That's not the ideal thing to see sitting in the position of the shadow self, because it's a little bit harder to resist. And that's one of the qualities of Aries to begin with. If you have a lot of Aries energy in your chart, if you have a lot of Aries positions, then it really is ramping up that impulsivity. And so that might be full force, wanting immediate gratification, getting impulsive, getting impatient. You know, that's the essence of this card. So it's like, yes, you're making big strides, but make sure you take a step back, and you take a breather. I've been doing a lot of these, so you'll have to forgive me for misspeaking. Okay, so a clarifier for this one. Nine of Cups. Okay, so keep making wishes. Okay, keep keep asking for what you need, but the way to get your needs met is not by forcing things. Your shadow self is going to want to bulldoze every situation it comes in contact with. Your shadow self is going to say, oh, there's an obstacle, just steamroll it. Duh. But that's not actually always the best course of action. You're really good at harnessing masculinity and driving things forward. That's a skill of yours. Now, the thing with this is that you don't want it to get out of hand, and you don't want it to prevent you from actually getting better things that are coming in. So maybe things are being shifted around or pushed out of your way so that the ideal situation and circumstance can make an appearance. So just hold off on this. You know, you can tell this part of yourself, like, okay, I hear you, we're getting things done, but we also need to be willing to receive and not just act purely out of emotion. Okay, that's why you have 8 of Swords over here, because it's saying you need to problem solve when you experience a big emotional response. You don't want to take immediate action. So this is the timeline for your growth period. In the first quarter, we have communication. This is you asking for what you need, being really clear, and specifically in the realm of manifestation, you want to do that. This doesn't look so much like personal relationships. This is specifically in what you do to manifest. You want to be overly communicative in that area. So be explicit, be clear, be decisive in what you want. It seems like you have a clear vision, but you have to say it out loud too. All right, second quarter, we have healer. So this, anytime I see this card come up, it's either you doing the healing or you seeking support for healing. This is showing up as you working with a healer. So I want to clarify this one. Let's see. Knight of Pentacles, Knight of Oysters in this deck. So it looks like you need support in order to build this. That's coming up really clearly, is that you have a lot of goals that you're working towards, but you also need to make sure that you're taking care of your emotional, physical, and spiritual health. So make sure that you're dialing that in. That's why the healer card is coming up for the second quarter, because if you don't have that support, you're risking burnout. And so make sure that you are that you're allowing yourself and you're giving yourself permission to make this investment. And this could even be, stocking up on books, or, finding a different practitioner if you've been having some health stuff come up, or, it's any number of things. It's whatever your personal circumstances, require healing, but it looks like you need that support. This could be a coach, this could be a mentor, it could be, like I do intuitive counseling, it could be, any number of things. It's just based on your specific circumstances. And quarter 3, we have heart. This is where you really start to get vulnerable. I think that you communicate, you do the healing work, and then that kind of cracks open that vulnerability, and you can be real and honest with yourself about really what the core of this is. You're doing work around this area, because this is you, the King of Acorns. This is the King of Rods, or the King of Wands in a traditional tarot deck. So it's like there is this huge need to just charge forward, but there's something that's ego-based about that it looks like you're working out, and it seems like you have a deeper understanding of where that comes from. Assuming that you do the work. If you put this off, then it's probably going to stay closeted. And the fourth quarter, you have solar plexus. What do you know? Action, making things happen, building. And so it looks like this is necessary to get here. Otherwise, it's kind of like you're going to face more challenges. It's not anything that's malicious or like there's a joke being played on you. That's not what it is. It's about you really needing to confront. There's something that needs to be healed in order for you to move forward truly in a healthy way with this thing that you're building, because you can do both. It's not something where you have to be 100% healed in order to build, and you also don't have to ignore healing work and not prioritize it. You can do both. They work together. This is going to improve as you care for yourself. Okay. Now these two cards are for partnership. One is for, this top one is for if you're in partnership. This bottom one is for if you are not in partnership, you're looking for partnership, or you're not interested in partnership. Either way, if you're single, the bottom one is for you. So for those of you in partnership, you have the Witch. This is the Magician, making things happen, manifestation. Now, I'd also like to mention that when I'm talking about manifestation, you can manifest all day long, but you're not going to be able to impact other people's free will. So good luck. Good luck with that if that's where your mind immediately went, is, oh, I'm going to manifest, for example, a proposal. I'm going to manifest my partner proposing to me. It doesn't work that way. It's not that simple. Like that's not feasible on an energetic level, because that usually isn't in the highest good of anyone involved, in terms of forcing, energetic force. So you have that coming up. That's why I'm bringing the free will aspect up. This is about environment. This is about the climate, the opportunities that you have show up. And so it's kind of like if you're building with somebody, if you're looking to grow and expand with somebody, you have the right recipe to manifest those circumstances. And if you're single, King of Cups. Okay, so you could have someone coming in this month. You know, that anytime there's like a court card like this, you could see that show up. But this is also about, again, you have vulnerability showing up. That's been really big in March. No surprise with Pisces season in full swing. It's really not surprising that you have multiple signs having vulnerability show up. And so it looks like the more you work on your emotional health, the faster you're going to manifest partnership, and the faster you're going to heal. So it's about doing the work, right? It's not just about prayer. It's not just about one element. You want to incorporate all sides of your health. All right, we're doing a 3-card pick. Remember, I don't care what cards you choose. I don't care how you choose them. I don't care what you ask. I literally, this is for you. So you use these 3 cards for whatever you want. If you want to pick them before I flip them, if you want to pick them after I flip them, whatever feels right to you. Okay, card number 1, we have the Page of Pentacles. Again, initiation, getting started. A forward movement. But this is the beginning stages. This is like things are in their infancy. This isn't things in full swing. So it's just being understanding that there's a long road ahead. Card 2, we have the World. This is things coming full circle. Okay, cycles are reaching a point where they are being wrapped up. You're seeing a lot of things that are just, how do I put this? You're seeing the resolution and the purpose and the meaning for why they happened the way they did. So this is a lot of higher self work that you have going on here. All right, card number 3, we have 8 of Pentacles. This is you getting to work, making things happen, doing all of the tasking. It's like that's really where your energy is easily guided this month. So it's definitely worthwhile, but the real message that's coming up is, even though, yeah, you're working really hard, don't forget to play, don't forget to rest, don't forget to take breaks, don't forget to celebrate and rejoice, don't forget to hold on to your vision. It's like, it's a juggling act. It's a practice that you're doing. Okay, so that is all in terms of the reading. Now I'm going to go over the giveaway that I'm doing. I'm giving away one custom tarot spread from my site. So it's going to be on Instagram. You can go follow me. There's a post there that says giveaway, and you can get all of the details on there. It's really easy. It's just like follow, tag a friend, and you're entered. It's super, super simple. So my handle is like everything else. It's at Onyx Healing, and I have all of the details in the description box if you're interested. As usual, if you're interested in working with me one-on-one, make sure that you check out all of the links in the description box. Everything is there for your information if you're looking to work with me. And I would also like to mention that I am going to be raising the prices of my single questions as of March 14th. So they're going to be going from $10 to $13. It's not a huge increase, but I do spend quite a bit of time on them. And so I do need to raise the price on those. But you do have this next month. So these are getting published on February 15th. You have now until March 14th to, or I should say March 13th at 11:59. On March 14th is when the price actually increases. So that is happening. So make sure you get your single questions in now if you want to work with me or have a quick question in that capacity. Everything else, the prices are staying the same. So the tarot spreads are staying the same, and my intuitive counseling sessions are staying the same price. And anyway, Aries, I wish you a happy birthday, and until next time, happy March. Have a good time manifesting. Bye-bye.